Farmer Merina is at it today, sniffing flowers because I ain't got no chickens to chase right now. I have been playing with lizards out here though. I don't think they're poisonous, but you know, he said I'll give you power. He said he'd give me power and I could tread on serpents and I wouldn't be harmed. So I figured that was the green light to play with lizards too. Your girl hasn't even moved in yet and I've been Googling chickens. I've got a PhD in chicken hatcheries. Chicken hatcheries. I got a PhD in chicken hatcheries. Obviously I'm not gonna do anything like that right now, but I am learning. But as soon as I get settled, like Jello, I'm gonna be on that chicken hatchery. You see what I did there? Settled. Jello. You gotta let Jello settle in the fridge. So I've been doing what I can out here being Farmer Merina, which is killing time and sniffing flowers, because I figured if farmers don't have animals that they sniff flowers at least. I almost sniffed my solar powered flowers though, so glad I didn't do that on camera. I'm waiting on Shane to get here with the first load of the day. This weekend we're going to be working on getting some loads here. We ain't got the U-Haul yet. I'm not buying the U-Haul until we are ready to move the big stuff. So we just been doing little trips here and there, mainly just to come up here and chill because we love it up here. I want to be up here every day in my life. So we've just been bringing little loads in the car, what we can fit, and then putting it in this house. Now that we got the house cleaned, which y'all saw in the last video, we can do a lot more bringing in stuff, and I feel comfortable doing that because I don't think I told you guys in that video. Can't remember, but I don't think I told you guys in that video, but we had an infestation of spiders we had to get taken care of and brown mold. I thought the plant in the windowsill, apparently it was brown mold busting out of the windowsill. So that was fun, but I ain't complaining. I'm just happy to be here at this point. We got that taken care of. I didn't know nothing about nothing, but the specialists did. So I figured I'd leave that stuff to the specialists because I don't know nothing about baby spiders. I don't know nothing about brown mold. And I ain't gonna pretend like I know something about those things because those are pretty big things to know something about. So I went the professional route on that. Just like I'm gonna go the professional route when it comes to contracting in here. A lot of you guys were concerned about in my tour video, a lot of y'all were concerned about us knocking down load bearing walls, and I'm working really closely with the contractor, and he's kind of walked through the house and told me what kind of walls I can touch and what walls I can't. I got a little mad at him, but I'm not going to do anything that's going to mess up this blessing, this gift, this dream of a double wide. I'm not going to do anything to mess it up, so I'm just going to mess with what I can mess with and not mess with anything else. Also, my neighbors haven't quite figured out why I'm talking to a camera yet. The trailer park was used to seeing me run around the trailer park with a camera. They would usually come by and wave at y'all, and I'd cut it out because I didn't have their parents' permission to film. But they would walk by, wave at y'all, say hi, how you doing, and go on with their day. They were used to seeing the camera. The camera was always with me. I'm bringing y'all out here real quick while I'm waiting on Shane to get here with the load of stuff, because I'm going to show you what I'm feeling farm-wise real quick. Let me show you. This is what I'm feeling farm-wise. So I can't mess with this backyard because the kids want that for the trampoline and stuff like that. I'm not gonna mess with this wooded area because Shane really loves that area and he has something he wants to do there. I'm not gonna mess with this. Was gonna tear all that stuff down. You guys have convinced me to keep it up and try my hand at it. So I'm gonna keep all that flower stuff there and try my hand at the flowers and the plants just for you guys. And pray that I don't accidentally kill all that woman's hard work. But my farm animal wise, Cirque, the Fearfully Created farm. I just heard another little rabbit. And that's a squirrel. Okay. No, that's a bird. Okay. The Fearfully Created farm. Farmer Fearfully Created. I just stepped in a hole. Farmer Fearfully Created over here is going to show you my ideas for the animals that I'm going to get. Obviously, I can't have a whole lot of animals because I do only have 2.5 acres, and only 1.5 acres of that is going to be devoted to animals. But I really wanted 1.5 acres to be towards the animals, and everybody's okay with that because they want animals too. So let me show you. This is my side. It goes all the way down there, all the way down to that tree line right here. So I have from this tree over every bit of that, and we go down to the woods. I'm gonna clear off some of those woods all the way over to that post tree right there. I have all that land to do something with. I'm feeling chickens, ducks, llama. I'm gonna limit myself because I know nothing about nothing farmer wise, and I'm a animal lover. You guys know if I bring a pet in my house, it don't go nowhere until it dies. When I bring a pet into my home, I know livestock isn't considered pets, but it is considered to me. Like, it's still a life, and it meant something enough to God for him to create it, so it means something to me. So I don't bring any animal into my life, my kids' lives, without the intention of keeping it forever until it dies. You guys are going to find that out to be a fact later on in this video, because I labeled it, I've been keeping a secret, for a reason. Because I have that mindset, I have to be very strategic with what I bring into my home. Chickens for sure. I'm going to start very little because I know nothing about it. And like I said, I value the lives of everything, even the little lizard I was chasing that kind of scared me at first, but I got used to him. I hope he stays around, actually. I named him Gecko. He's not a gecko, but that was just the first thing that came to my mind. But I'm going to start off really, really small with the chickens. I would like some ducks. I've read that they're very messy, but I like to start off pretty small with the ducks. It would make my life if I had a llama. My kids are wanting a miniature horse. I've always wanted a horse my whole life, but obviously I don't want to get a big horse because I only have an acre for it to be on, and I think that's enough, but I just don't want it to be crowded. I was going to do pigs, but pigs are really big and really messy. I heard that. Somebody said you wouldn't know. I heard that. It's nice and cool in here, man. I was just walking a few feet on the farm. I was just walking a few feet on the farm and I'm already sweating. This is going to help me out a lot. But I did want to walk you guys around and show you what my plans are, because I've been sitting here while waiting on Shane to bring the first load. I've been sitting here and Googling hatcheries, chickeneries.
Welcome to this one-way ride. We're all on it. Got to give it a go. All we got is hope. Don't you know? Wipe the floor of yesterday. You can change it anyway. And you're never alone, never alone. Doesn't matter what they say. Doesn't really matter what they do. Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. Doesn't matter where I go. Heart still open, cannot close. Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. Took my head out of the sand. We're all in it, better. Open your eyes, see the open sky. Don't you know? Shake whatever brings you down, all that ties you to the ground. Cause you're never alone, never alone. Doesn't matter what they say. Doesn't really matter what they do. Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. Doesn't matter where I go. Heart still open, cannot close. Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. No, 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 no. 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 Doesn't matter what they say. Doesn't really matter what they do. Baby, let me breathe it now. Breathe it now. Doesn't matter where I go. Heart still open, cannot close. Baby, let me breathe it now. Breathe it now. Baby, let me breathe it now.
Alright, it is a mess. I've got to go through and organize it this weekend, but like I said, this is going to be a all weekend thing. It's Saturday morning. We need to get up to the house and move some stuff up to the house. So we're going to kind of pile up everything here in the living room so that whenever Shane and one of the kiddos, whichever one chooses to go, that was toilet, whichever one decides to go with him on that trip, they can come. And what we're taking today will be set here ready for them to just transport to the car and bring up there. Once we get the little things transported, which hopefully we get a lot of that done this weekend. Once we get the little things transported, then when we get the moving van this next week, we'll be able to just pop the big things in there and be ready to go. And we'll be done with a big part of the whole process. These little trips are tedious, but it'll be worth it in the end. It's also not like we're crammed for time or anything. We're kind of running on our own schedule, so it's a lot more relaxed than trying to get everything done in a 3-day period.
That I just need to feel love.
You saved me from the broken house that I built. You took me in with open arms, and I still want you back, back, want you back, back, back. Some say that love don't hurt, but I've got you stuck in my memory. Some say that hearts come first, but they've never known what it's like to be in love at 20 years old. We kiss in the rain till we catch a cold. Some say that love don't hurt, but I want you back, back, cause I've got you stuck in my memory. I got you stuck in my memory. It's 2 a.m. and I can't sleep without you. And every wall is getting close, and I don't know what to do. Can't you save my soul? Can't you save my soul? Can't you mend my heart? Can't you mend my heart? I want you back, back, want you back, back, back. Yeah, I want you back, back, want you back, back, back. Some say that love don't hurt, but I've got you stuck in my memory. Some say that hearts come first, but they've never known what it's like to be in love at 20 years old. We kiss in the rain till we catch a cold. Some say that love don't hurt, but I want you back, back, cause I've got you stuck in my memory.
Listen to Cameron. What, Cammy?
Go in house.
He said go in house. He's starting to write. He said go in house. Go in house.
One, two, three. Some say that love don't hurt, but I've got you stuck in my memory. Some say that hearts come first, but they've never known what it's like to be in love at 20 years old. We kiss in the rain till we catch a cold. Some say that love don't hurt, but I want you back, back, cause I've got you stuck in my memory.
Alright. This is the first load that's going. This is a big load, and me and the kids are trying not to cry because this is our life. If we can get all this stuff to the new house, then I mean we'll be good if we can get all this stuff to the new house today. Y'all don't make me cry. Oh my gosh.
Sad right now, and like seeing our house look like this makes me want to cry.
Yeah, because
Think about it.
This is our
Here's a
mobile
memory.
This
mansion.
is the only house I remember living in.
this is the only house I remember living in. I'm so used to seeing a mirror right there.
Are you sad too, Joe?
I'm a little. I'm happy we're moving.
Are you
Do we have a
sad?
stuffed animal, Bill?
Are you sad?
Yeah, it's very bittersweet.
I never, ever, ever, ever. Are you singing a sad song? I never, ever, ever dreamed this would be our reality right now. Never. If somebody had told me 2 years ago we'd be leaving our mobile mansion
For another mobile mansion.
for another mobile mansion,
For a bigger mobile mansion.
man, I don't know how I feel. I'm so like emotionally chaotic right now. It is a storming. Shane hasn't went to go get his first load yet. We haven't really got anything done today other than getting everything put in the living room that we were going to bring today because of the rain. I didn't know it was supposed to rain this much. Our weather app has been so wrong lately, so I had no idea it was going to rain, and now we're sitting out here enjoying the first, well, Shane just ran in there to use the bathroom. He always has to use the bathroom in the worst times ever. I'm out here trying to make memories and he's like, I gotta go. But we're out here experiencing our first thunderstorm at the new house, and it is something else, I'll tell you. I told Shane I forgot what trees look like being blown in the wind. We ain't got trees in the trailer park really, so it's different being out here and experiencing this firsthand. And the thunder echoes throughout the hills because we're in a very hilly, we are in the hills of Tennessee, y'all. The thunder rolls and echoes throughout the rolling hills. It is insane to hear, ain't it? Like it goes.
It looks like.
I know it's Jolie because she has a hard time opening the door. Yep.
Hi.
What you doing, Pumpkin?
We need books.
You gonna show them what book you're reading?
Next top villain right here. And then the next ones I'm going to be reading are these ones.
You hear it?
Yeah.
Isn't that relaxing?
Yeah, it's relaxing because you can just read a book and just.
So it finally stopped storming. Shane and Jay are back. It doesn't even look like it was been storming outside. What in the world? Shane and Jay are back. Shane and Jay are on their way back with their first load, which is quite a bit. Hopefully it's quite a bit. Let me show you the state of the den right now, and let me tell you what I'm wanting to get done by the time I get back. This is the state. This is the state of the den. There's just a lot of random stuff, places, and I don't really have anywhere to put anything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to move each thing to the room it's going to live in. So decor, probably gonna put it in there, in the living room. I may have Shane take that out to the buildings later though. But for right now, we're gonna move it over to that living room. And then the books, we're gonna find wherever we want the books to go. The Squishmallows go in the kids' rooms. These books gotta find out where they go. And then gotta find a place for the shoes.
Trying to get to you when you're on the low. Trying to get to you when it's on the line. Had enough, had enough, had enough. Trying to tell you that it's time to give it up. Trying to tell you that you're never gonna shine. It's enough, it's enough, it's enough. But when you're going down, falling to your knees, it's time to believe. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. No matter how it hurts, you're gonna let it bleed. No matter how you feel. Rise up, rise up, rise up. When you've had enough, when the crowd gets rough, gotta stand up straight, gonna rise like a champion. When your cloud goes dark, when you lose your heart, gotta stand up straight, gonna rise like a champion. Cause we all walk to the same beat, and from town to town feel like giving in. Had enough, had enough, had enough. No matter how it hurts, you're gonna let it bleed. No matter how you feel.
Tell me if you see that good. Let's start. I'm sad but also happy that we're moving. I'm happy because it's very exciting for kids my age to be living in a new house. But it's also sad because 7 years ago, that's when we moved in. And that house is the only house I can remember. I can only remember a little bit of a brick house we used to live in. So, that makes me sad, but what makes me excited is that we are going to be making new memories in this one. So if you're moving, don't feel sad. You feel a little sad, it's fine. Everybody's going to miss the house, but always remember it's okay to be sad. But it's also okay to be happy. So, if you feel sad, don't let that pull you down. Just remember that it's a new chapter in your life, and it's going to be very important. That is probably my 300th chapter in my life, from birth all the way to moving. My life is crazy. It's a lot of fun. I got a very fun life. Everybody has a fun life too, so you don't feel like you're being left out. I love how nice the world is, because if you're sad, somebody's always there to help you. Like, my parents are always there to help me. I'm always there for them. I'm always there for Cammy. Also, everybody's always there for Cammy. He needs his family, of course. But, yeah, if you're about to move, don't feel bad. Don't be sad. It's okay. It's like a new chapter in your life. Pretend your life is like a book. It's the new chapter in your life. And you're super excited about it. So, the new chapter in your life. You feel sad first that you're moving and you're like, oh, but I don't want to move. It's like my favorite house. You'll make way more fun memories. Memories bringing back memories, bringing back, oh. Okay, sorry for the cringe. Besides, It goes like memories, bring back you. okay, but yeah, at least you got your whole family there. So even if one of your family members is gone, which it all happens to us, remember that they're right there next to you. Jesus is like, open up the gates, let them be right there next to you. You can feel it's them. If it's a demon, you can tell. But if it's them, you'll feel it. I'll go get the next books. I was telling them how I feel about moving and stuff.
Oh,
I'm gonna take it and show the things. Bye, guys.
y'all straight up Tetrised it.
Yeah, we Tetrised it. Come over here to the side. We got all their totes and all
Oh my gosh.
We just stacked.
Oh. Well, it works, don't it?
Yeah.
When the crowd gets rough, gotta stand up straight. Gonna rise like a champion. When your cloud goes dark, when you lose your heart.
You can't even tell it was storming. What in the world? Shane's going back out for the second load. And I think that's about the only loads we'll get done today. I know for sure we're going to do a big load tomorrow. I think we're going to do clothes tomorrow. What you feel about that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do clothes tomorrow. I think we'll do clothes tomorrow. But as today, we're going to do 2 loads. We've already done 1. He's going to go back and get the benches and
If I can fit the girls' cup.
the cubbies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Cammy put his drawing pad up against the window so he could see his little picture. It's looking great in here. Colton has been working 9 to 5 on the homeschooling cabinet and the kids' book cabinet. But everything else other than my Jesus books is cleared out. Look at this.
It's clean. Also,
Open sesame.
remember me.
Y'all are chilling. You got little pallets made on the floor.
We got tablets to play.
Got your hoverboards, a pillow in the corner here. All your little toys and bins over there. I think Daddy's bringing your cubby hole. This is big in here, y'all.
Oh,
You're easily going to be able to fit 2 twin beds there.
So like,
In here, so all we have are those 2 chairs and a few odds and ends things over there. I need to clean off that bar. In here, this is all we have in here.
Lola.
Got it smelling good. Y'all, look how beautiful. This is not even edited. Oh my gosh. That is gorgeous. Look at that. And it's pink and purple. And check out this. That's the sunset. Look at this pink and purple sky. I'm just blown away. Man, I wish you guys could see it in person. Man, it puts the northern lights to shame. It really puts the northern lights to shame. Oh my goodness.
Crowd gets rough, gotta stand up straight, gonna rise like a champion. When your cloud goes dark, when you lose your heart.
We've been working on, you good? We've been working on the bedroom. I've been in here pretty much all morning working on clearing out the girls' bedroom of everything, because that's what I want to get done today. I want to get the kids' rooms and the kids' bathroom and the hallway, that side of the trailer completely cleared out and moved to the new house. Let me show you how bare it's looking in here. It's looking so bare. This is all the stuff. This is another load that Colton's helping me transport out to the living room to make it easier for us to move, because we're using the living room kind of as like our base station. So I still need to take that down, but I need Shane because he's taller than me. We're leaving these beds here because they're made for this room. And the girls can have bigger beds now because they have a bigger room. So we'll be getting them standard twin size beds. But these are completely cleared off. The girls are actually giving the dogs baths right now. So these are the clothes that are up here that they're going to change into once they get done. The closet is completely empty except for the rest of these games up here, which I'm getting down right now and putting over in this little area over here. Once we get the clothes transported out of here, that little pile transported out of here, and the games transported out of here, we'll be good to go. I'll just have to clean it whenever I come in and do the last clean with me, which is going to wreck my world, y'all already know. What was that? Guess what? We might have been keeping a little bit of a 1 year long secret. Are you 1 year old? You're almost 1 year old.
Say hi.
Say hi, Moon Pie. Say hi, Moon Pie. I told y'all earlier in the video to be on the lookout because we're just feeling like telling secrets today. We have had Miss Moon Pie for almost a year now.
Moon Pie.
It has been kind of a very hard secret to keep, but it also hasn't been because we got her for a specific reason, and for that specific reason, she had to be out being trained a lot. So a little bit over a year ago, we started hunting for a therapy animal for Cammie. And I don't know if you guys have ever looked at the prices of therapy animals, but it is extremely expensive to find one already trained. And if you can find one that you have trained yourself, like you personally pay somebody to train them throughout the process, throughout the different steps of their life, it can be cheaper. Depending on which route you go and depending on your resources, it can be cheaper. But we knew that Cammie responded to animals in a very good way, and they brought out a different side of him we didn't see very often. It not only promotes his emotional response to things, but it also makes him critically think about things. So we knew bringing in a dog who specialized in that area that he needed in his life, we knew that that could heavily benefit him. We just didn't have the funds to go spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on an already trained therapy dog. Those are also very hard to find because in order to get labeled as an actual therapy dog, and in order for a therapist to actually recommend that that trainer and that therapy dog, it's not easy at all because the process is actually very lengthy and it's very strenuous for the dogs and for the owners and for the trainers. So we did some research, and I have a background in owning Australian Shepherds. Australian Shepherds are amazing dogs and you can teach them literally anything, but we didn't want it to be too big because I felt like a big dog, where Cammie was around smaller dogs his entire life, I felt like a big dog would sort of overwhelm him, and they would kind of start out rocky. I'm sure he would have came around to it, but I think they would have kind of started out rocky. And with our transition into that being new, I wanted to go as smoothly as possible. So I found out about something called a toy Australian Shepherd. These are Australian Shepherds that are bred very, 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 very small, way smaller than the standard size of the dogs. Now, I'm not a big designer breed kind of person. I'm not a big breeder person at all in general. There's a lot of animals out there. I love breeders, and I think they do great jobs if they do it responsibly. But I'm not very huge on backyard breeders and stuff like that. It took a while for us to find a reputable breeder that bred smaller Australian Shepherds. And the one that we found bred standard Australian Shepherds, mini Australian Shepherds, and toy Australian Shepherds. The only thing is they were out of state. You guys knew nothing about this whatsoever, but we literally had to do a statewide trip to get this booger because the breeder that I found was the only reputable breeder that we vetted, and it came out like they were actually trying to better the breed and they were doing it for really good reasons. Moon Pie. As you can tell, she's extremely well trained. She is very well trained. But we'll get to that in a minute, won't we? We didn't go spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, upwards 10 grand on some, it's ridiculous, y'all, on an already trained service animal. And I'm not talking emotional support animal. Those are a different genre in themselves. I'm talking actual therapeutic service dog. They're totally different ballparks, and they're totally different ballparks price-wise as well. I knew going into it was going to be pricey just to find an animal, and then it was going to be pricey to have it trained as well, but I knew it wasn't going to cost as much as it was buying an already trained animal, and I knew that we would kind of have time, and we wouldn't have to pay that big lump sum all in one. We kind of had time to go throughout the training process and pay in increments, and that's exactly what we did. So when we got her a year ago, it was actually around the time we were getting Christmas stuff in the mail. And one of you guys, Shane and I freaked out for a minute because one of you guys.
It was a really big coincidence. Really big coincidence.
One of y'all sent us an ornament that said moon pie on it. And we were like.
Yeah, it was for like the actual moon pie. But it didn't just say moon pie.
It
said look out, moon pie. and I started laughing. I was like, look at that. She's already getting death threats in the mail.
She's really one of the fam. But no, like, we were like, wait a minute, what? Because it didn't dawn on us that, like, yeah, you know, we live in a very moon pie.
We literally have a moon pie store near us.
Yeah, it didn't dawn on us that Tennessee was, like, known for that or anything like that. We just saw Look Out Moon Pie, and we were like, how do they know? But one of y'all sent that right after. Was it right after, or was it a little bit after we got her?
It was literally like a week after we got her. Because, I mean,
it feels like it was. Why we didn't tell you guys about this earlier is because she was going through extensive training, and we got her for a specific purpose, and we didn't know if she was going to pass that training or not pass that training. That's the downside of getting a dog and then putting it through training. You don't quite know whether it be personality, how energetic they are, their energy level at all. You don't know how they're going to react to being trained for something as serious as what she was being trained for. So we were on and off about whether it was even going to work out, but we knew, so we didn't want to come on here and say, oh, Kimmy has a therapy dog. But we also knew that no matter what, once we bring a pet into our home, it doesn't leave. So we also knew no matter how it was going to end up, she was going to be with us. We just didn't quite know how to address her, and I didn't want to confuse 100,000 people and be like, oh, is it this therapy dog? Is it not a therapy dog? Is she going for more training? Is she not going for more training? Long story short, she did not pass training, but it is not because she is not super smart and she's not super trained, because she is. She's very intelligent, and she is super trained. She just couldn't meet the criteria to actually be labeled as his therapeutic dog. When I tell you this dog is smart, I mean, she is smart. She also gets along well with the kids. That wasn't the problem at all as to why she couldn't get certified.
She gets along with Binks and Tater.
She gets along well with Binks and Tater. That didn't have anything to do with why she couldn't get certified.
She thinks she's one of the wieners.
She thinks she's a wiener. We didn't take into consideration when getting an Australian Shepherd. An Australian Shepherd is a high energy level dog because they are known for working out in the fields and on the farms and stuff like that. But when you pint size that breed, it quadruples.
You're pint sizing the energy.
Yeah, it quadruples the energy level, and it's very uncontrollable energy.
The energy stays the same. It's just that the vessel is smaller.
Yeah. So Moon Pie became one of the ADHD fam, didn't you, Moon Pie?
Yeah.
Look at her.
She got ADHD.
Moon Pie became one of the ADHD. What is it, girlfriend? She became one of the ADHD people, didn't you, in the fam? There's so many of us.
Look at that good.
So she does get along well with Binks and Tater. She gets along amazingly with the kids. She has become Shane's emotional support animal to a T. They have created like this crazy bond. She is litter box trained. We litter box trained this dog. So looking behind the scenes of the cleaning video that you guys last saw, you might see the corner of her litter box in places. And that's because I wanted to kind of put it in there as Easter eggs. We tried doing that for a while, like the little Easter eggs.
Trying to
so that
see
you
if
could try
one
to
of
pick
you
it out.
eagle-eyed viewers would know.
Because y'all know Beast and Tater are not going to be litter box trained. Pie.
You can go. Shoot. No, not you.
Okay. She's good in basic training and things like that. It was just simply her... it was just simply her energy level was just too high. And we knew that that could be a possibility going in because service dogs, actual service dogs, therapy animals for autistic children, run anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000. I was quoted up to $17,000. Moon Pie was expensive, but she was not that expensive, and her therapy was not either. If it had worked out, it would have been crazy cheaper. It would have been a steal, but it didn't work out that way. But that's fine, because that does not mean that you are not smart and you are not loved and you are not amazing. She's very alert too, very alert with the kids. She herds them while they're outside. Like, she has eyes on everybody. She follows commands, like basic commands.
And I think based on some of the training she had, she has the ability to tell when something's wrong with anybody.
Emotionally, if Shane is down, she's on it. If I'm down or in pain, even in pain, she is on it. I was in extreme pain the other day, and she came up and just laid on me and laid there until I literally felt better. So she's in tune with emotions and things like that. That really came in handy. Because while I can't label her an actual therapy dog, we can still use her for the purpose we got her, and she's doing a great job of being used that way. She just can't officially be labeled as a therapy dog because she didn't pass training. So she is a toy Australian Shepherd. We may put her back into training after she hits the 2-year-old mark. She is almost a year old now, so she's been in training for a majority of her life. It might be that she just has that puppy energy, and we were recommended to bring her back to see if maybe at 2 years, once she gets into like adult life, and that puppy energy kind of leaves, we may be able to try again. Us putting her in as early as we did was considered pretty early anyway, so it could be that she goes back and she does become certified. For whatever reason, if she's not, she's here for life. So we didn't want you to see her run around the new house and be like, y'all got a new dog?
Wait, what is that? You've got something in your house. Hello?
We have been a family with 3 dogs for a year now. So.
She's made me a believer in Aussies, though.
Yeah, we may get another Australian Shepherd because we have become extremely fond of Australian Shepherds.
Get it.
The worst thing that I hate doing is getting y'all's hopes up for things that don't happen. So I didn't want to get y'all's hopes up thinking that Cammy might have a therapy dog, and then it come out that he don't. The good thing about it is he kind of does. We just can't officially say that because she isn't certified. So that's what's been going on that y'all have not known about lately. But can I just say that y'all need to not think that these YouTubers have it all together or anything. I was able to hide a whole daggone dog for a year. What do you think they're hiding? That right there will tell you something. I was able to hide a whole daggone dog.
I think there's one video.
Yeah, there's one video.
Out there where she was peeking. And I know there's got to be one of you out there saw it. Somebody saw it.
Cat's out of the bag.
Actually, it's the dog is out of the bag.
Dog's out of the bag. Bye. She's trying to roll with you.
It's your turn.
Are you waiting on Daddy to come back? Are you waiting on Daddy to come back? She either sits right here at the stairs when the door's open or right here at the door when the door's closed. Waiting on Daddy. Watch. Now I'm going to go walk away, but she'll stay here, waiting on Daddy.
She said, Daddy. And waits until.
Move, come. gonna wait on Daddy there, Moon? Y'all, my hair.
I fixed it.
Here's hoping I don't have to go in anywhere today. What in the world? Me and Moon are still waiting for Shane to get here with the stuff. It's taken him forever, but it was quite a big load, and he didn't take any of the kids with him this time like he did last time to have double the hands working on it. So it's hopefully he gets here before dark, and hopefully I can take my hair down before he gets here. The load right now is just the girls' stuff. We emptied no, none of our neighbors can hear this right now. If we were at the trailer park, every neighbor in a like 2-house radius would be on their porch trying to figure out what the heck was going on. When we were leaving there earlier today, there was so much going on. If there's not either a cop, a hearse, or an ambulance in the trailer park, it is a not normal day. That is on the norm for it. So we were leaving and a bunch of stuff was going down. But everything in the car that's headed here now is the girl stuff. So we emptied the girls' room completely down to the clothes and everything. The only clothes they have at the house are the clothes that are on the table that I left there purposely so that they would have something to wear when we're down there. Because we're living in 2 places at once right now, y'all. Like, we're going back and forth, back and forth. All of the girl stuff will be here, except for a few pieces of clothing after this trip. Most of the boy stuff. So that's quite a bit that we got done this weekend alone with just the car and just us. We don't have any extra hands to help other than, you know, the kiddos. And they've been a great help, by the way. Like, they've been amazing when it comes to helping and jumping in and getting stuff and transporting stuff, helping us get stuff together. Like, they have been amazing. But it's just been, as far as adults, me and Shane. So this week when we can get the moving truck, it's going to help tremendously. We're just going to get everything big that's left in the house. Hopefully we'll have all the little stuff out of the house by then. But get everything that's left, which is big, out of the house, and maybe 2 trips in the moving truck, and that'll be it. And there's not a lot of big things that have to come. So I think we can definitely get it in 2 trips, if not 1, which is going to help a lot.
Easy moon. Easy moon back.
Oh. We got the lamps going in here right now, and it looks so cozy. It's on the random bench. The rug is wet. That's all that we have in here, but it looks so cozy. That looks mighty cool.
I'm going to keep them
I
here.
like it. Girls' room. Oh my goodness. They got their little pallet areas. They got, oh my gosh, little dollhouse. You hung your clothes. We are headed home. We are headed home. We got from the living room over in the single wide. It moved up here, minus the couch, the ottoman, the TV, and the boys' mattresses. But those are all things that'll have to come in the moving truck. Half of the trailer is moved over here. Most of it is in its home, or the closest place to its home, for right now. But I can't wait to get in here. Shane and I have been sitting here talking about future updates already. We're excited to get started. I'm going to do it in a season format. So we're going to do episodes. And then at the end of the season, we're going to do a recap total of what we got done within that season through those episodes. I'm really excited about that because I've never done a video series like that before. I love doing series. Y'all know it's my favorite thing. I love starting series and finishing them here on this channel. This series, the only thing is these episodes and these series are going to last for quite a few years. So I'm excited to get them started. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I hope y'all have a blessed morning, even not, whatever it is, wherever you're at. Know that I love you, but Jesus loves you so much more. I'll see y'all later.